Hello everyone, in the last class we have seen the diagram related to the one-dimensional array where we have seen the base address and the width of the array, limits, that is lower limit also called as the lower bound, upper limit also called as the upper bound, and also we have seen how to calculate the length of the array by using the formula length is equals to ub minus lb plus 1. That is the formula that we have seen, and also calculated the length of the array that is given in the diagram. So in today's class we will be discussing about representation of one-dimensional array in the memory, how it has been represented. So the elements of one-dimensional array are stored in consecutive memory allocation or continuous or sequential memory allocation, that is one after another. Let us consider an example. If P is the element that is stored in an array and the address of the first element, that is let us consider P in a linear array called A, is given by the base address A. So we will call it as base address A of the linear array A. So that is the starting address of the array A. That is what we have seen in the previous diagram. That is the starting address of the array. So using this, we can calculate the address of any element which is located in the array A by using the formula location of A of P, that is position, is equals to base address of array A plus W. What does the W stand for? W stands for the width. So integer type of variable. In this example we have taken 4 bytes of memory space. Okay. Bracket P minus, that is position minus lower bound. Okay, lower bound will be always 0. You have seen lower bound, and upper bound will be size minus 1. Let us take an example and see how this formula will be calculating the address of the given position. Considering an array which is character type of array storing the value A, B, C, D and E in a string type of variable S. So S is a variable. So we have S of 0 storing A, S of 1 storing B, and so on, S of 4 storing E. The starting address of the S is 1000, okay, because it is character array. Each block will be storing, or each element will have 1 byte of memory space, that is width of the array is 1 byte. So the starting address, as you can see in the diagram, is given as 1000, that is the base address of the array. So we need to find the address of the fourth element. What is the value of P? P value is 4. So by using the formula that is given in the previous slide, that is location of A of P, that is A is the name of the address, A is the name of the array. Instead of A, what we have used in the example, we have used S as the name of the array, and the base address is the 1000 over there, and the P is 4 and W is 1 and LB will be always 0. So placing the value S of 3 is equals to base address of S plus W multiplied by P minus LB. So here W is equals to 1 because the array is of character data type. So base address is 1000. As you can see, the starting address of the array in this diagram also you have clearly visible. Okay, that is plus 1 next. Plus 1 comes from the width of the character array 1. P is the position called 3 because fourth element is stored at the position called 3. So 3 minus LB is 0. So base address 1000. Okay, plus word length or width of the each block is 1. Okay, multiplied by 3, that is position where the fourth element is available. LB will be always 0, that is lower bound. Then upper bound over here is 4. Upper bound is not required. So it is, that's the multiplication. 3 minus 0 is 3. 1 multiplied by 3 is 3. 3 plus 1000 is 1003. That is the answer. How do you calculate the memory of the one-dimensional array? So that is one example what we have. So operations that we can perform on one-dimensional array. There are different operations depending upon which the array can be operated or implemented, the first thing that we have is the insertion, adding an element. Then we have deletion, removing the element. Then we have traversing, visiting. Then we have merging two arrays, combining two arrays, that you can see over here. Then you have searching, finding some element. Then you have sorting, arranging the elements. Let us see one by one and its definition. The first thing that we put on according to category wise, according to the implementation, is the traversing. So traversing is nothing but accessing each element of the array exactly once to do some operation. Exactly once will be traveling. So traveling may start from 0 or from any position, but in this algorithm will be traveling the very first element that is located at 0th index and traveling it one by one from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, that is n minus 1 index each time. And we may do some operation when we are accessing the element. We may take the input or we may give the output or perform addition, multiplication with the elements that are located within the array. So accessing the each element exactly once to do some operation, that is called as the traversing or travel. Searching, the search word stands for finding. So here searching refers to finding the location of the element, because we are talking about arrays. So array stores the elements. So everywhere we will be using element, okay, not data item. So primitive operations of primitive data structures you have seen, traverser, also you have seen searching, you have seen, okay. So all this you have seen over there also. There we had taken the name called data item, but here with respect to the arrays we will be taking a specific word called element. So finding the location of the element in a linear array. Linear array means which is stored one after another. So that is called as the searching. Sorting is nothing but arranging the elements or data items in some order, that is either in ascending order or descending order, by rearranging them. Okay. So arranging them is called as the sorting, arrangement of elements in some order. Next thing is the insertion, putting a new value. If there exist already elements into the array, giving a new element to the already existing array is called as the insertion. So inserting an element into the array is called as the insertion, whereas the deletion is reverse or quite opposite to the insertion, that is removing an element from the array is called as the deletion. Merging, the word merge stands for combining two things or joining two things. So here merging is combining one or more array to form a single array. So two or more array can be combined together to form a single array. So these are the operations that can be handled on one-dimensional array, and it is important for 5 marks. Traverser, searching, sorting, insertion, deletion and merging. Let us see it one by one with the help of algorithm and example. Now what exactly the traversing we defined as? We defined the traversing as the process of visiting each subscript, that is each element, because the element is positioned or represented by the subscript. What do you mean by subscript? The square brackets that you see, okay, when you write a of 0, let us take the example, okay, and you will be knowing it. So a of 0 when I write, okay, I will write using subscripts here, s of 3. So these square brackets are called as the subscripts, okay. So the subscripts are used to denote the position of the element where it is located. So traversing is the process of visiting each subscript at least once to perform some operation, that is from the beginning we will travel to the last element of the array by doing some operation. So that is called as a traversal. We may also define traversing as the accessing and processing, also known as the visiting each element of the data structure exactly once. So if this is a linear array which stores the elements one after another, I can travel starting from the very first index, that is 0, and then I can move to 1, then I can move to next element, then so on. So traveling started from where? The traveling started from very first element, then I moved to the second element, okay, then I moved to the next element, that is third element. So starting from 0, we started to move to 1, then we move to 2, then we move to 3, okay, and so on. So this is called as the traversing. So exactly once I'll be visiting the array to perform some operation. So in today's class, we will be having a look on the first algorithm on the data structures. So data structure merely consists of many algorithms that you need to analyze, understand and practice. So this is the beginning of the first algorithm, that is the traversal or traveling the array. So the algorithm consists of two parts. The one is the logic, the another is called as the legend. So legend is the one that is the descriptive part of the algorithm. Now what does the legend or descriptive part of the algorithm will do? The descriptive part of the algorithm or the legend of the algorithm, which carries 1 mark if it is for 5 marks, okay, has some importance, saying to the evaluator or who corrects the paper that you will be taking so and so array name with the so and so lower bound and upper bound with so and so operation that you will be performing on the array. So you are telling the names of the array, name of the upper bound and lower bound, okay, name of the process or applied operation that you can apply on the algorithm. So to begin with, the legend is let A be a linear array. So we have taken this name of the array is A. Linear in the sense the elements are stored one after another with LB as its lower bound, which will be always 0, and UB will be its upper bound, that will be n minus 1. So you will be telling in the algorithm a linear array with LB and UB as lower bound and upper bound. That is the first statement you are saying to the, okay, understanding purpose. So next you will say what this algorithm will do. So this algorithm is going to traverse or traverses the array called A. So it is traversing the linear array called A by applying the process or by applying the operation. The name of the operation that we applied is process to each element. Okay. So step number 1 is looping, because visiting requires moving from 0 to n minus 1, that we have seen in the diagram. See, started from 1, okay, first element which is stored at 0, 1, 2, 3, and then we move to the next element. Like this will be traveling. So location from where I will begin with will be 0, that is lower bound. By the previous lecture video we have already analyzed LB is always 0 and UB will be n minus 1, that is size minus 1. Sir, from where did we get it? From the diagram which is explained in the previous lecture video. Okay, what we have explained, LB will always be 0 and UB will be size minus 1 or total elements minus 1. So that is the total elements that we have. Next, we will see how the algorithm will start processing. Okay, so this algorithm, actually what we have, starts processing by LB to UB. It processes the array called A at a position called LOC and perform some operation. The operation can be either input operation, the operation can be output operation that you are applying. That is, process is the operation on an array called A at a position called LOC, where LOC can begin with 0 and run till n minus 1, that is size minus 1. Okay, so this is the algorithm for traversing, which can be asked for 2 marks or 3 marks depending upon the paper setting. Okay, then we will see a simple program how we can take the input and give the output by using the traversing algorithm. Okay, that we have seen already in the first POC, how to read and write the elements of an array. Let us move